All right, let's break it down and get this truth over with. This Little J and Bibby situation. Now we do know when Little Bibby he explained that he never ran away from Little J, but a lot of people was breaking this down for years now. People wanted to settle it because it's he say she say. Y'all first of all hit that like button so we can get a lot of people in here. Make sure y'all hit that like button. A lot of people watch the videos, they won't click like. I don't get it. It doesn't even take 0 point some seconds. Just hit that like button. You don't got to be a hater. Now to break this case down, you got to remember before that date where Little J was down there and Bibby was down there, let's fast forward a couple of years or at least a year or two before that. It's feuds from a lot of these people and their affiliates and people who they cool with. You got to remember, BDK was a whole movement going on before Little JoJo died and after he died. It's a big phenomenal wave. You got to remember, to throw it out there, it was a way of damn near like throwing rounds at your homies, bro. Like throwing shots their way. Because it meant something. People wasn't playing with that BDK thing. So a lot of people affiliated with the BDK movement, I hate to say it, they didn't just get blackballed in the industry. A lot of these dudes was getting blackballed in the streets. Guys were picking sides, and unfortunately, a lot of people was picking the other sides. Now, for Bibby, he looking out for the No Limit and his other crews as well, affiliated with all these type of people. Well, a lot of these guys was affiliates of Chief Keef and them. You know what I'm saying? Lamron, all these people, the old block area, all them type of areas, whatever names y'all bring up, these guys was affiliated. Now, maybe because Chief Keef had the wave at the time, which he did. Like, whether you want to believe it or not, Chief Keef was the man during that era, bruh. Like, I think a lot of the ops was just trying to be cool with him just to get some of the waves. But it is what it is. Now, fast forward to the day they meet. I guess Lil J was down there. He was doing a lot of mixing and matching for his Clout Lord ways. Y'all know what I mean, man. When he got bangers like, you know what I'm saying, Can't Hang With Me. Remember that? I'm double O. Hey, shout out to Jay, man. He used to go lit, man. But fast forward, Little J was Clout Lord. Like that, this was the time where all these Chicago dudes were like rap superstars. Not saying we don't have rap superstars from Chicago now. We got a lot of them. But I'm talking about when it was like abnominy, bro. It was not normal to see it like that. This wasn't Twister or Do or Die. This was the new wave. This wasn't Kanye West. It was the new wave. Lil J was out here really with the ish. I mean, Little J, you can call him a victim or whatnot, but they called him the punching bag and the Wolverine. At least that's what DJ Academics coined him during that time, because he kept getting caught lacking at so many places like McDonald's. You know what I mean? This man been shot over 20-something times. This is factual. Like, he'd been shot so much that years later he had to go back to the hospital just to, you know, have scheduled every 2-3 years to get the rounds out of him. This is facts. So he has a name. Little Bibby, being friends with Herb and all these people, he's affiliated with the so-called ops of Lil J. During this time, Lil J was already allegedly in the streets doing some things to the so-called ops after Lil JoJo got killed. This is like a couple of years later. I'll say a year and a half to two. A year later, a year and some change later, I'll say. Now, JoJo is dead already, so the wave is building up because these are the guys doing it big for JoJo. They got a lot of things going, so they building up a massive followings, and y'all know what happens when you build a massive followings. It got the waves of the ops and everybody looking at you. Rest in peace to Duck. During this time, you had the Billionaire Blacks, the Ducks, Lil Jeff, rest in peace to Lil Jeff. It was so many people. I don't want to keep name dropping right now. It was way too much to count. But Lil J was supposed to be in the studio that day. He was linking up with a lot of people, but he said it started downplaying that day. The day was simmering down towards, not the evening yet, but around 4 o'clock in the afternoon. He meets Lil Bibby. And when he seen Lil Bibby, according to Lil J, he was happy because he know Little Bibby's talent. I mean, during that time, Little Bibby was the dude with the voice. He had that Billy D. Williams / Barry White voice. He was a light-skinned dude with a deep-ass voice, the real authentic rap voice. He sounded like Zero from Texas. You know what I'm saying? He had that throwed type of melody of voice. So it was like he was known. It was like a good matchup if Little J and Bibby could make songs together. At least this is what Little J was thinking when he seen Bibby across that block. Now, seeing Bibby brought a lot of memories to this man. This man said he started thinking this was a good way to kind of squash a little bit beef. Not that him and Bibby had beef, because he made sure he said to Bibby he didn't have beef. Let me just tell you the rundown, then I'll get back to the rest. He meets Bibby. According to Lil J, Bibby runs across the street and run away. Now, if you're a lame dude and you don't like hearing both sides, you're going to run and tell that, like bloggers were doing back then. They were like, oh, this made millions of views in a lot of bloggers. They were like, oh, Bibby got hunted by Lil J and he got ran away. People were calling him soft and everything. And this was what Lil J said to Bibby. Lil J was like, that's the whole thing. I know I didn't want bro to know you was down there. And I took it like a motherfucker set you up. You know what I'm saying? This is what my bad. That's what Lil Bibby said to Lil J. I apologize. I had to get the receipts out to remember some of the word for word. I mean, I know the actual story, but I want to quote the actual tweets because this is the true video. A lot of people are saying that Bibby got punked, but Bibby didn't. Bibby is basically alluding to the fact that the guys that I'm with, not playing around. And a couple of people know you might have been there. And had they seen you there and you get dropped, people was going to say that I set you up. This is what Bibby is saying. And you got to like think about it, like whether you believe a side or not. Things like that was transpiring and going down. Dudes was getting dropped for less. So if you in Bibby's situation, you trying to look at it like, all right, man, I got to play this cool, man. Like, damn, this nigga don't got beef with me. I'm not his ops. But my people is a different story. Lil J doesn't really know this. So Lil Bibby says, same with him, bro had his jock on him. I could have just let him do it to you, but that's y'all beef. See, his people and them don't like Lil J. Everybody was trying to get Lil J during this time. People were getting mad. They were hitting him up. He wasn't dying. People knew he was at a location. He was going ghost. Now, Lil J bounced back and tweeted Lil Bibby during this time again. And Lil J, 42 minutes after Bibby did that, Lil J was like, you ain't say shit, G. Just took off across the street. And nigga, I kept calling your name. Now, I think both these dudes is correct. This the real truth. I think Lil J is not lying about anything that he's seen. If you look at the whole story, Lil J do believe that Bibby ran and left, but I believe Bibby part two. Maybe Bibby ran, maybe he didn't ran, but he clearly left because he admitted he left, but he explained why he left. He was with one of the guys who's Lil J's ops, and they had them things on the waiting to drop Lil J. So had he went to Lil J to confirm to say what's up and all that, Lil J would have been a pack somebody smoking on. And I believe that all the way to a T, especially during 2013 when things was really up to ante. Everybody was getting dropped. So now you got Bibby in a situation where he's going off his square and he's not getting off of it. And Lil J is going off the same thing. So it causes confusion. When you got a war going on, man, it's damn near a war zone in real life. A lot of things are going across your mind. So Lil J probably is thinking he's 00. He's Clout Lord. He's Mr. Big Enemy #1. People in them scared of him. And Bibby's thinking, I hang with his so-called ops. I got to do my job to protect this fool by not just saying what's up. Next thing you know, he a pack. Niggas got